Please, can you start the live? Wonderful. We're starting.
Sophie, it will be in the same order that you showed us in the WhatsApp group?
It will be in the same order, I believe, that was shared in the WhatsApp group. The first company to go will be SPL Co, followed by XR Global.
And would you please start the timer when the presentation is shared screen?
Yes, I will do that. You should all have screen sharing abilities.
Oh, it's already ready on my phone.
Good. Just waiting for attendees to join. I can see that the live has started. Okay, at 1:15 in exactly 1 minute's time, whether the attendees are with us or not, we will start. So SPL Co, get ready. Right, good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sophie Smith. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Nabta Health, also the chapter ambassador for women in tech here in the UAE. It's a pleasure to see you all. We've got 13 fabulous startups lined up for you this evening, and a fantastic panel of judges. Join me in welcoming Majed, Karen, Ashish, and Lucy. The format of the event will be as follows. Each of the finalists will present for 5 minutes. They will have then 2 minutes to answer any questions from the judges. We will go through all 13 finalists, and at the end, the judges will go away to deliberate with the results provided by email and then social media within 48 hours. Good luck, everybody. Can I please ask the first company, which is SPL Co, to bring up their presentation. SPL Co is a tech startup which provides software modernization and migration solutions for medium to large corporations who are struggling with the high cost of upgrading their software systems to cloud infrastructure.
Hi, everyone. Should I start? Hi, I'm Salwa Zahmi, the founder and CEO of SPL Co, and I'm also a scientist. I work in the area of software engineering, and we provide a lot of AI technique to solve a lot of the challenges in software engineering. And so SPL Co is solving the problem of the current organization. They want to move to the cloud because they need to realize their digital transformation strategy. So moving to the cloud has become a must for them. And recently, Microsoft have released a study showing that there is a 700% increase in demand of moving to the cloud because of the pandemic. But a lot of organizations find it very hard and very costly. Why? Because they need to restructure and decompose their application so it can fit and utilize the cloud infrastructure efficiently. But actually, these enterprises come with a challenges that it is their applications, some of them are legacy, are built in a very old language like COBOL or Java, and they need to understand it. And some of these systems, they have no documentation for it. People who have worked on it is not around. And sometimes it's going to get even worse. Some of these systems has been outsourced to third party who is not in the business there. So this company is struggling and trying to find tools that help them to automate some of the process of moving their application to the cloud. And here where SPL come to fill this gap. SPL is an AI-based platform that automates a lot of processes of moving your application to operate in the cloud. It's actually reduced the cost up to 30% of that cost. And it is one of a kind tool that has been designed and to fill in this gap to support migration to the cloud. And there is very few competitors with us in that market space. So how SPL is working? SPL first, in order to migrate, SPL first give you a very detailed architecture and blueprint of your application. It reverse engineers the structure of the code base. Then we have the AI engine that help you to identify which part of your code, of your system that need to move to the cloud. It gives you a lot of a quality assessment and priority plan of how you're gonna plan your migration to the cloud. In this solution, it is the unique part about our solution. It is the AI engine that is able to analyze hundreds of thousands of lines of code in a matter of minutes. And there are the AI engine that helps to identify the part of the software that you need to be moved to the cloud. Currently, our tool is being used by British Telecom, that's being validated, and they report a very successful and useful use of the tool. And I have been also finalist in a prestigious award in a global telecommunication award that tells that this solution will have a very great impact on the technology. And we already also got the AI seal from Ministry of AI, and there is a lot of collaboration going on now with the smart word to channel SPL in the market. In terms of the competitor, one of the things that make us sound loud in the crowd is that we are able to analyze hundreds of thousands of lines of code in a matter of minutes and hours. So we can demonstrate the value for the customer easily. And this is what happened when we did our successful POC with the Smart Dubai. They was able to report to their managements and how SPL can help them to reduce the cost of moving their application to the cloud. There is a very big market need for SPL. And I said before, this is a figure from the international. There is 50 billion annual spend in software transformation to move to the cloud. And with SPL capability, we have a market opportunity up to 3 billion. And I have another figure for UAE market, if anyone interested to have information on that. Our business model is simple. It's software as a service subscription model. We also offer a consultancy service to support our customer in the consultancy side. We are currently focusing in UAE markets, and also we are looking to the MENA region as well. And we are thinking to expand globally by partnership with some system integrator and software consultancy firm like Accenture, Wipro as well. The team have more than 100 years of combined experience in ICT. Myself, I have more than 15 years of experience in software engineering and AI. My team have a PhD and MSc in AI and software engineering, and we've been working in a very leading company like IBM, European Commission Research Center, Ericsson, and BT. Here, I mean, what we are looking after now is really to build our customer base because our minimum viable products is ready.
Beep, 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 beep.
So we are looking for $400,000 to raise for SPL. And that will help us to secure some customer up to 4 and raise.
Sorry, in the interest of fairness, I'm going to have to stop you there. Thank you very much and well done. Judges, do you have a question for Salwa?
Yes, I do. Hello, it's Karen here, Salwa. I know this space very well. I've raised in AI. A matter of fact, I have a founder client with me at the moment exactly in this space. So I would like to ask you, what is your ideal customer? Who are they and what sort of niche market? So for example, my client at the moment is in the retail e-commerce. What is yours?
Yeah, actually, our customer is in any verticals who are doing custom build software. So retail, telecom, banking, and defense, any kind of organization that do custom build software and they want to move to the cloud, or even if they want to document and have quality control over their software, SPL can be used in these two use cases.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
Yes, I'd like to ask Salwa a question.
Go on, Majid.
Yeah, Salwa, what's your top priority in the next 6 months?
We to secure a customer, to build our customer base. We are currently working with the Smart Word as a reseller for SPL, and we will be able to secure up to 2 customers in the coming 6 months with their help.
Great, thank you.
Super. Salwa, thank you very much. May I ask that you stop sharing your screen? And XR Global, Natalie, you're up next. XR Global is transforming learning and development in emerging markets through deeper, more authentic experiences proven to significantly increase knowledge retention. XRG uses immersive virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality products to revolutionize training. Natalie, over to you. Your time starts now.
I need to unmute myself. That would help. Hi, I'm Natalie Miller. I'm co-founder of XRG. In the world today and technology today, we've come quite a long way. Putting a rover on Mars, taking photos, having machines do our thinking for us. But in terms of learning, we are still using the same old PowerPoint instructor-led type of training with very little technological advances. So us at XR Global, we're revolutionizing how training is conducted in emerging markets through virtual reality. We actually create deeper, more authentic learning experiences, which are proven time and time again to significantly increase knowledge retention. Our studies show over 9 times PowerPoint and instructor-led courses. The problems we're solving: knowledge retention, social distancing during this crazy time, environment from having to bring people together and travel long distances, cost, and then of course, being able to scale learning and development. So what is a VR training module? So we actually put either existing curriculum or we devise our own curriculum using subject matter experts and instructional system designers that are part of our team. And we build out these virtual reality training modules. Again, we've shown in our own studies with USAID in Rwanda over a 9-fold increase in knowledge retention. Our average time in terms of decreasing traditional training is around 60%. We can do on and offline, which obviously in the middle of Africa and in Asia and some of the emerging markets, that's very valuable. It's super simple. We can translate into local dialects, and we can actually provide it in many different delivery mechanisms. So the market is huge, actually, in terms of training, the global training market. We're looking at about 70 billion in terms of the IT training side of global training, but expected to reach now about 92 billion by 2024. Although AR and VR are sometimes still considered the future and not the current, I think COVID has pushed that forward. And there's an estimated forecasted over 570 billion market by 2025, and increasing quite significantly year on year. As Forbes has called it, virtual reality is the learning aid of the 21st century. In terms of XR Global, we're operating multiple sectors in terms of training modules in various sectors. As you can see, the red circles are ones that we're currently operating in. Sorry, I'm going through this somewhat fast, but in terms of traction, some of our partners are listed here. We're working in 5 markets currently, in the US in which we're registered, but also across 4 countries in Africa as of now, with a few kicking off in the coming months. We have a multidisciplinary team across several markets, so several partners in the US, the former permanent Minister of Agriculture in Rwanda, who's now living in West Africa. We have quite a few of us here in South Africa, and then also in Croatia. Currently, our business model is, because we have been self-funded and client-funded, we have done a basic flat fee of about what's average $20,000 for a 30-minute training module, which takes about 60 days through agile methodology to build out. Post-investment, we are building out a subscription model. So we've already started to do kind of more general trainings and then a subscription-based user fee to build out reoccurring revenue. Here are some of our projections. We've hit about $200,000 in this past fiscal year. We are looking for 1.5 million, and that will be to be able to bring our CTO on full time versus the partial capacity is now. He did VR in Hollywood and wants to have an impact in emerging markets, and to bring the rest of our developers on full time instead of on a project basis. Thanks so much.
That, Natalie, was perfectly timed. Any questions for Natalie, judges? You have 2 minutes.
So, hi, Natalie.
Hi.
Do you have because VR and AR are coming up very aggressively, you have an R&D department who will...
Yep. An AR department?
Yes, because it keeps changing, things keeps changing every moment. So
absolutely.
And are you planning to do gaming also in that? Because it is, I didn't see the gaming part in it.
Yeah, so interesting question. So most of our developers, including our CTO, were, they started their whole journey through gaming. But the only gaming we would be doing is more VR training gaming. So it's like interactive VR that makes it more fun for learners. A lot of our current training with World Vision and with YMCA and Habitat are also for those that are illiterate. So we are able to enable training through providing voiceovers, not only reading text, in a very interactive avenue. So we're not doing gaming as in gaming, but we're using gaming in our VR training technology.
And many governments are also your competitors because they are doing in defense sectors VR technology, which you haven't covered because it's very expensive, highly, the softwares. In the defense sector also, it is used for training.
Definitely. Actually, the way our company actually originated was one of my co-founder, Brian, came from a company called Innovate in the States, and he brought VR to them 8 years ago, and their biggest client was Department of Defense, and they did a lot of State Department contracts. So prior to XRG, he did a lot of work in that. From our side, we're seeing interest in VR in government across Africa and some in Asia, but there hasn't been, as far as we have seen, much exploration in it for them, them personally. But there's much interest in the scalability around that. So we're working right now with a potential new client, Minerals Council of South Africa. Oops, sorry.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop you there.
Please send me the details. I'll consider working on it.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. Natalie, if you would mind stopping sharing your screen. Next up, we have Heliorec with Paulina. Heliorec is a clean tech industrial startup which is focusing on the generation of clean electricity from a cutting-edge floating solar technology. Heliorec builds innovative floating systems which help solar power plant owners to reduce the capex of power plants, increase the efficiency of solar panels, save land space, and unlock new market opportunities. Paulina, over to you.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Paulina. I'm founder and CEO of Heliorec, and we are building the best solution for your solar power plant. We have a headquarters in France and a research and development center in Russia. We started our activities in 2019. So basically, we are building an innovative floating system with a circular economy approach. The floating system helps to reduce construction costs of solar power plants, increase the efficiency of solar panels, save land space, and unlock new market opportunities. As you see, we built recently the prototype, the system, how it's going to look like. We want to tackle 3 problems. First, land preparation is difficult and expensive. It can be up to 30% of the capex of power plant. The second problem is efficiency. The solar panels are overheating on the ground, especially in desert locations. And it takes a lot of space on the ground which can use for other needs. With our solution, we can install the power plant on the water, and we can reduce the capex up to 15%. Efficiency will be high due to a cooling effect from the water and our cooling feature in our floating system. And we can save the land space for other needs. How the system looks like: the solar panels will be installed on our innovative floating system with special hydrolock feature. We will make array from many floaters like this, and by electrical cable, electricity will flow to the houses or hotels, depends on where we need electricity, and the more the power plant on the desired location. We have 3 types of competitive advantages. The first one, unique design. Our floaters are stable with our hydrolock feature. Installed passive cooling system helps increase efficiency of our floaters. Compactness, we can save 50% of the space during transportation storage. The second advantage is circular economy approach. It helps us to reduce significantly carbon footprint and the system cost. And we can analyze the data with machine learning algorithms and to do some recommendations and improvements for our customers. The market is booming right now. Our total addressable market is at 10 billion euro. So for now, we are focusing on Europe because we already have some interests from many energy companies in Europe. Our main values, what we can bring to our customers, we can help to open new market opportunities. We can significantly reduce capex and levelize cost of energy of our system. The potential customers are utility companies, hydropower stations, marine ports, and off-grid locations. We did good customer development progress. We built MVP in 2021. We will build 3 commercial projects. We have letter of intents on 80 megawatt, and we registered our IP. In Emirates, for example, we can replace diesel generators at remote locations and to bring green electricity and save the land space on these island locations. We have quite a diverse team. About myself, I have 2 master degrees, chemical technology and renewable energy, with experience more than 18 years in energy sector. And also I am winner of Women in Green Tech Award. Andrea, CTO, a PhD, aerostructural design, experience more than 12 years. We have 2 engineers, and Aero Energy is helping us with commercial development. As well, we have advisors for business, financial, and technical aspects. At that stage, we are looking for 1.3 million exchange on 10-12% of the company equities. Previously, we raised 50K with business angel and 170K from different grants. We will use this money for product development, business development, IP protection, and we will buy equipment.
Super. Thanks, Polina. Again, excellent timing. Judges, do you have any questions?
I'd just like, thank you for the pitch. It's something that's very much on trend here in Europe and also in Europe. I noticed you've got a contract with EDF.
We signed NDA with them, and now we are looking for installation for dams in France with EDF Hydro.
Right. What I'd like to say is just to give you a little bit of advice. I find when you do your first pitch to investors, when we coach our founders, they are very much interested in you, the founder. And I think that should have been brought in a little bit earlier about you, because you've obviously got significant expertise, 18 years, won many awards. And I think that would have validated it early on.
Thank you.
So I think, hi, what about the risk involved in this? The natural calamity or they can because it's in water. So how do you cover your risk in this?
You mean technical risks or what type of risk?
Technical risk. How do you cover, because it's in the ocean, it's in the water, and environmental hazards.
Yes, we have waterproof equipment for all cables, and all equipment should be special certified for water environment. So we did our installation recently, and there are no any problem with the electrical part. And in the world already is some installation and best practices we already follow and implemented in our technology.
If there is any natural calamity like a storm or tsunami or something, will it be secured for?
So we have special feature in our system. We call it hydrolog. So idea of this feature is to give more weight to the system, so it will be more stable and more heavy. So once it will be huge wind or typhoon, so our system is quite heavy and it will not be roll out from the wind. And also, as I said,
Polina, I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm afraid the 2 minutes is up. If any of the judges would like to follow up with any of our finalists, I assume that you already have contact details, but please do feel free to pick up offline. Next up, we have Hunter with Iman. Hunter is the next-gen recruiting platform that matches employers to a curated community of the best global tech and creative talent by swiping right, making the recruitment process simple, fast, and fun for both recruiters and job seekers. Iman, could I please ask you to share your screen if you have a presentation?
Yes.
Wonderful. Over to you.
So yes, I'm Iman. I'm the co-founder of Hunter. I just wanted to get things started with a short video of our product. So let me just press play for you.
Hunter is a next-gen recruiting platform that matches employers to a curated community of the best global tech and creative talent by just swiping right, making the recruitment process simple, fast, and fun for both recruiters and job seekers. All you need to do is fill out a 2-minute registration form with your company's details. After registration, you're pretty much done. Once you've posted a job, you can start swiping right on potential candidates and get matched. Once matched, recruiters have the option to use the application or the web application to view and chat with shortlisted candidates.
Okay. Let me just share my presentation with you. Okay. So just to segue from that video, we're Hunter and we're a Dubai-based recruitment startup. Just a quick background on the team. As I mentioned before, I'm co-founder and CXO. I previously managed multiple design projects, specifically UI UX for TransGuard, which is one of the largest HR outsourcing companies in the Middle East. Which is also where I met my partner, Sam, who led the digital transformation projects there. And essentially that's how we left and got started on Hunter. We also have Aaron, who is our business development director, who has relationships with some of the key top recruiters in the UAE. So the problem we found at our previous company was basically the large amounts of time being wasted on just shortlisting candidates. And from a candidate's perspective, we've all sort of been there, spending hours on CVs and cover letters to no avail. And also as a designer myself, I didn't really look to LinkedIn and knew a lot of people in my field who didn't, because it never felt like the right space for us. So we've created a platform to basically tackle recruiters' shortlisting problems by incorporating only key details of the candidate that they usually scan for in CVs on our Hunter cards. And all the recruiter needs to do is swipe left or right on the recommended candidates. And for candidates, it only takes around 5 minutes to set up your profile and start hunting. And if they both swipe right, they can get chatting. So our current technology is a free iOS and Android application for both recruiters and candidates. We also have a recruiter web app. And from a technology perspective, we have a cover video on the profile for candidates to use as a 1-minute pitch or even as additional space for their portfolio of work. And we basically use AI technology to match the candidate to the right job. So here you can see some of our UI UX, which we have really put at the forefront of our app, which we really thought was important, particularly for our targeted group of users, and just an idea of our web apps interface as well. So in terms of the why and what makes us different from our competitors is that we really have great user experience, and we're focused on a really niche group of users. And just a little bit about our advisors, we have Jason Ma, who is an investor on Triller and TikTok, as well as a network partner for Goodwater Capital that did early stage investments on Facebook and Twitter. He's been really, really crucial in giving us the right kind of direction. We also have Kareem Halal, who has experience in growing two-sided marketplaces. And lastly, Prem Nair, who is the executive chairman of Global Leadership Summit. So our current business model is 10% of the candidate's annual salary for every successful placement. And by the end of next quarter, we're going to be moving to a subscription-based model, and we are currently in the process of deciding the pricing for. In terms of traction, we have 500 users, and we have placed around 12 candidates since January. And apart from the app, we also understand the importance of organizational culture and fit, and we go above and beyond to see if the candidate is culturally the right fit for the organization through a psychometric AI bot. And that is Hunter. Thank you.
Super, thank you, Iman. Judges, do you have any questions?
Yes,
Great
Iman,
pitch. Sorry.
No, it's fine, Karen, go ahead.
I was just going to say, very well done. I always like an intro, a video, short, because I always think it's a retention rate, which for investors can increase by 30%. I like the fact that you came in about your background as well, which, and then went on to your team later. One question, I really, really enjoyed the pitch. It was very, very well executed. One question, when you mentioned your niche target groups for this, is it banking?
No, so we're talking about the tech marketeers, designers, creative. That's our sort of niche that we're starting with right now.
Okay, just that I missed that, so I just wanted to make sure what niche it was. Well done, thank you.
So Iman, I just have a simple question. I just wanted to know, what are the top 3 challenges you are facing for Hunter?
Top 3 challenges. That's a great question. So we've sort of, we kind of started basically with the sort of chicken and egg situation, which was sort of a main problem for us, but we've come at it sort of from our HR background. We sort of already have those relationships in place. So we have these great recruiters on the app, which will bring the candidates in. And at the moment, the second challenge we just facing is just connecting with these great niche cream of the crop, if you will, candidates for these recruiters.
Super, thank you very much, Iman. Next up, we have Infinity Circle with Elizabeth Dana, if Elizabeth has joined us. Otherwise, we will go straight on to Deuria Sal and Catherine. If you could share your screen, that would be great. Your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Catherine. I'm the founder and CEO of Deuria. I'm also a former private banker, and I'm a yoga practitioner and yoga teacher for 15 years now. So Deuria makes a very unique yoga mat with a special technology behind it. Deuria's motto is stay organic. So we are an e-commerce brand and we make these unique yoga mats. I don't know if you can see it from the screen. They're made of natural fabric only. They are non-slippery and they're Ayurvedic dyed using medicinal Ayurvedic herbs from India. We are giving back, and we also have products that are ethically handwoven in India, and we are supporting local communities. And we have an open market because no other yoga brand has taken that market yet. Our strong USP is the use of Ayurvedic dyes and to be completely organic. So every color of the product has a different property. Example, This one is the energizing yoga mat, and we use sandalwood and different kind of herbs. And we also have turmeric dyed anti-inflammatory yoga mat, relaxing yoga mat, harmonizing yoga mat, etc. The competitive advantage we have is we have a secret industrial techniques to weave 5% gum tree within the cotton and make a natural mat non-slippery. We have 10 years exclusivity with our supplier, and we are 4 years ahead from our competitors with this technique. No yoga mat on the market is currently using a non-slippery natural yoga fabric for the yoga mats. So our successful so far, we've been selling 16,000 yoga mats, and we also have 64 stockists in 12 countries. And very recently, we see big traction since last December, actually, with very big new distributors in France. We have the biggest retail group, Nature and Discovery. They have 80 shops. And one order from them in December was $20,000 for 26 shops. So this means we have a potential of 60,000 order for their 80 shops. We also are already in the trendiest place in the world. We are in Bali, Tulum, Mykonos, New York, LA, Dubai, Sydney, Paris.
Sorry, can I just stop you for a second? If you're sharing your screen at the moment, all we can see is the Zoom screen. Have you got a presentation that you're walking through? I've paused the time.
Oh.
We can't actually see your presentation.
Oh, that's really annoying. So I can see my presentation. What's going on? Let me try again, but my screen says it's live. Okay, I'll try again. Can you see it now?
Now we can see it. If you would like 30 seconds to just skip back to your first slide so we can see what we missed, you're welcome to have it.
So yeah, this was the first slide. Basically, our motto is stay organic. We work with local communities, supporting them, so we are giving back. We are all hand-dyed using Ayurvedic medicine from India. And we also have a special technology which gives us a very big competitive advantage. We use a secret industrial technique, which actually we have 10 years exclusivity with our supplier, which allow to weave the gum tree within the cotton and make a natural mat non-slippery. So with this technology and the very nice look and feel of the yoga mat that I was trying to show on the screen, we already have 64 stockists in 12 countries, and we start to have big distributors, and we are in the trendiest place in the world. So we also were requested by a big hotel group to start organizing luxury yoga retreats. So this is going to be the next yoga retreat, Waldorf Astoria in Maldives. Yoga retreat gives us 1,000% margin at least no cost for creating it. And since our launch in 2017, we have some milestone with a revenue generated since launch of plus 300% till date. We started with 4 waivers, we have 20 waivers today. The yoga market size is growing very fast in the wellness industry with 84 billion market size and 4 billion revenue for last year for Lululemon, which is the biggest actor. So we reach probably 100 million in the 10th year, and that's a very realistic projection. The 3 business development axis we see is we currently have a yoga mat margin at 600% B2C, 300% B2B. We want to increase the ratio to be mostly B2C. We also want to launch as soon as possible within 6 months clothing line, and that's why we need funding to reach a higher margin with 800% for the yoga wear. We already have started yoga retreat with a 1,000% margin, and our go-to-market is digital marketing, for which we need $80,000 per year. We also want to decrease the yoga mat price currently at $130 to $80. Why? Because our competitor price is between $80 to $180 for non-organic, non-ethical products. So if we manage to lower the price and lower a little bit out 600% margin, to reach $80, we have a huge volume potential to take the market. The financial forecast with 300K investment that we are seeking is to reach 600 revenue in 12-18 months and 1 million by 2022. And then we want a second fundraising of 1 million to reach 2.5 million by 223, then 5 million by 24, a third fundraising of 5 million in 24 to reach 10 million in 25. That's the plan. User funds for 300 investment would be 70K for production, 80K for digital marketing, and 150K for HR with 3 people.
Beep, 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 beep.
So
Catherine, that's time, I'm afraid.
Yeah, sorry, it's probably the presentation screen sharing problem. So we give back to planet and people, and we really believe that we can help each other and be successful. That's my team.
Catherine, sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there in the interest of fairness. Judges, do you have any questions?
Catherine, a quick question I have. I just wanted you to tell me, how do you intend to expand through the UAE market?
So we already have one stockist in the UAE market, and we also have it's a strategic location for us because we have production in India. So this is very nearby and low shipping costs to enter the UAE. Plus, we believe in the interest in the UAE for yoga. It's growing. So basically through digital marketing and ambassador program, which we already are doing.
Amazing. Thank you, Catherine.
Catherine, well, I'm a yoga practitioner and I have many mats and I go through many mats and they tend to retail here from £1 up to about £25. And some of them are very heavy and clumsy. So when you're going to a class and you have to take them, it can be quite, if you're walking to a class. What I wanted to ask you is when you said about your market, your go-to market, and obviously you've been in a B2C and then you've gone to B2B. Did I hear you right? You wanted to go concentrate more on a B2C market, which is not where I would go with this.
Why not?
Because if you wanted the scalable that you're saying for your projections, it would be, for me, I would see it much more, you would be able to reach those targets by actually, like where you've gone, hotel chains, retreats, there where you'll be able to sell more into, or even the big companies that supply these particular mats. I haven't seen them actually here in the UK. But that would have been, I thought, a lot easier as a market for you, as more scalable.
So we actually plan to keep at least 10-20% B2B as a window. It's not that we want to completely stop doing B2B. We use them as window, but they have lower margin. So our yoga mat, we have two kinds. We have this one, which is very thin. It's very easily foldable and carryable. And we have a sticker mat for a studio, hotel, and professional. So we are still planning to do both, to have the two kind of clients.
Good. And of course, COVID for you created an opportunity.
Catherine, one last thing, one question I want to ask you. Do you know that the Indian government is giving...
Ashish, I'm really sorry. In the interest of fairness, please could you share your question with Catherine offline?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Catherine, if I could ask you to stop sharing your screen. Next up, we have SBL International FinTech with Snoba Salim. SBL International FinTech is currently working and deploying unique asset management systems built to serve finance portfolios as a profit maximization solution. Snoba, are you able to share your screen?
Yes, I'll just share it.
Fantastic.
Here we go. Okay, I'll start with the video.
Meet Yusuf, a business owner looking to finance asset. Banker validates his business and provides loan on digital scheme. She approves his business and deploys secure movable asset management solution connecting asset to manage asset business digitally. List of assets page map and reporting. Easily expand your business. Benefit to customers. Customer can view all assets whereabout. Reduce management cost. Control asset health. Focus on profits. Benefit for banks. Early warning pointer to actively manage risks. Alert and email notification. Specialize NPA and default management. Maximize profitability, reduce risk. Cross-sell and upsell opportunity. SBL changing movable asset management landscape.
Hi, I'm Snover Salim. We are working on SecureMe. That's our product. It's based on telematics technology. And our main objective of starting SecureMe was to revive the SME market, especially in GCC, UAE, because this market is based on 75% small, medium corporates. And we are actually suffering in this market for past 10 years. My background is banking, okay?
Yes, no, I'm afraid I don't see any slides at the moment. We've got a blank screen here.
Okay, resume share.
I think we're maybe still on the video.
Okay. Okay, I'll just share again. Here we go. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. We're basically a team of technology and banking experts, and with regional experience, our exposure is to manage end-to-end portfolios, SME portfolios, and our experience spans over all stages of portfolios to secure a platform for movable assets business to operate internationally with the main objective of profit maximization and reviving the market. SBL SecureMe is an interesting digital innovation in SME finance for movable assets. Automotive, as well recognized, is a huge segment in the market, moving away from usual repeated payment technologies. In UAE and GCC market, it's heavily tourism driven and construction driven. So we have identified that there's been a lot of problem and it's been distressing on the SME side. So this system is designed to secure assets and build profitability. An independently managed digital platform, fintech in true sense. Confidently, this piece of innovation sets the stage in the corporate banking for enormous growth. The problem which SME and business corporate banking has been facing is that the banks have been frustrated, loans have not been recovered, shut down on SME segments, non-performing assets, recovery is an issue. They're not collateralized base, so people just get off with the cash. That has bring down the entire portfolio. Asset management, whereabouts, there's a lot of investment in the banking side towards risk management module, but to secure the assets and secure the loan has been missing. There's been a least focus on that. Reporting modules are all there, but exact position, state, and the value of the asset has been always missing. Our solution digitizes the entire movable asset portfolio. It gives it unique identification, and with that, you can have a complete grip on your entire portfolio online. You don't need to go towards the market. You don't need to get in touch with the banks to just find out what is happening to their assets. You can just go onto the portfolio. You have an online module. You can do it through your phone. And it encourages banks to start building their portfolio based on asset lending. SME loan is secured. The entire, if in case the SMEs start lending based on cash, I'm sorry, just a minute. Okay. This is a unique product. It offers multiple features for banks and SME multi-access. It's first to the market. We are the first one in the entire region. And we have been dealing with banks like Emirates NPD, and we have actually successfully launched it initially, and we've gone commercial.
But I'm afraid that is your time, so I'm going to have to stop you there. Judges, do you have any questions?
I do. I just wanted to know, what is your unique selling point?
A unique selling point is that we chip in each and every asset with double secure module that's satellite driven, and the normal data which comes from any local provider like Etisalat or Do or anyone else. We just chip it with both the data modules, and you have a complete control. The data is transferred onto this platform, and you can manage your entire asset with the efficiency as well. What is happening to the asset? We have a geofencing module as well, where you stop these assets to go from certain region to another region. And other than that, you have everyday reporting, what is happening to each asset, what is the health, what is the evaluation of it, and you can have cross-sell opportunities. In case the business owner's whereabouts are not known, you can actually go and secure this asset, sell it, and cover your entire loss. So up till the loan closure, you can have a complete grip to the entire asset and not suffer into losses. And we encourage these companies, the SME market and banks, to lend more and more, increase their portfolio.
Thank you.
Okay, Snowbird, thank you very much indeed. Next up, we have The Secret Skin with Anisha. Anisha, please may I ask you to share your screen. Founded in 2020.
I'm just waiting to get this screen off. If you can stop your screen share, please. No, Snowbird?
That's what I'm trying to do, just a minute.
Thank you. So founded in 2020, Secret Skin is an e-commerce platform that connects beauty consumers in the Middle East to sustainable brands from all over the world, where consumers can buy affordable toxin-free beauty products and personal care essentials that are safe and in fact good for their health. Anisha.
Thank you, Sophie. I'm Anisha Oberoi, everyone, CEO and founder of Secret Skin. Prior to this, I spent 5 years at Amazon, launching in India and Australia before moving to UAE 2 years ago to launch Bloomingdale's online. I'm also a cancer survivor, and 11 years ago, during chemotherapy, I struggled to find beauty and personal care products without harmful synthetic toxins that wouldn't affect my fertility or impact my hormones. I decided that one day I would create a brand that women like myself could trust. So Secret Skin's story is my story. The problem that all beauty consumers face today is that there is little availability or awareness of cleaner, non-synthetic products that are easily accessible and affordable. Conventional beauty products contain harmful toxins. They have massive carbon footprint through production and shipping. They're tested on animals, and they use unethically sourced ingredients. But with COVID, there is a change in consumer mindset. Consumers are more aware of the consequences of endorsing brands that are not safe for them or the environment. Customer transparency is demanded, both in representation as well as in the formulation of products and sourcing practices. With our solution, Secret Skin, with the consumers can buy safer skincare products, give back to the community, all in one place. Secret Skin connects sustainable brands to beauty consumers to discover global non-toxic personal care that is safe for the people and planet. We also incentivize our customers for pro-environment behavior through a plastic recycling program. What makes us special? We're the largest and the only pure play platform in the Middle East for clean beauty products. So instead of spending between 55 and 85% overage in shipping and custom duties to import a product and wait over 2 weeks to receive it, with us, a customer can get it the same day with free shipping at affordable prices, localized fulfillment, and flexible payment options. These are our brands, certified clean, award-winning. They've been responsibly curated, representing key players in the industry across the categories of face, hair, bath and body, fragrance, and beauty, with the intention to give our customer a top-to-toe offering across different price points. Some brands are exclusive to the region, while some are locally established with a continued appeal with the expat population here. Let's look at the market. The market for clean beauty is significant. $48 billion in projected sales forecasted in 2025, out of a $600 billion market for overall beauty with a sizable per capita spend in the category. And the local share is also promising, with $32.2 billion projected for GCC, with a much higher per capita spend and an emphasis on digital growth. Our current competition is from either large format retailers like a Sephora or a Bloomingdale's that does not position itself as pure play clean, though they're better established with a large customer database. Our competition is also from smaller fragmented platforms that invest minimally in PR and marketing. The brands that are carried are not very well known, and customer convenience is compromised due to steep margins, chargeable shipping, and delayed deliveries. We've gained considerable traction in 19 weeks. Traffic is up 150%, even with low brand recall. We have 50% repeat users with no cancellations or returns. Even our social media presence has grown. In 4.5 months, we've had significant PR coverage from global and local publications to help raise awareness, translating to an uplift in customer acquisition, sales, and social media outreach. We were launched by Vogue Arabia. We opened at Abu Dhabi Beauty Week and were invited to CNN. This has helped us build a community of loyal customers who trust and value our clean beauty positioning. We're raising $500,000, of which 40% will be utilized to acquire new customers through marketing, 30% on key personnel to improve our product and tech capabilities, and the rest to increase product selection while we expand to new markets and launch our AI-enabled app. We're a team of 5 people with 3 full-time employees. Both co-founders have a collective experience of 12 years at Amazon, having previously launched e-commerce businesses in India, Australia, Shanghai, and UAE. Others have worked with key influencer platforms and online marketing, making our understanding of the beauty customer and the digital space deep, customer-centric, and results-driven. Lastly, we plan to gain continuous traction this year with an expansion lined up for Oman, Kuwait, and Saudi, launching a subscription model as our customer base increases, and by next year, launch our private label and release our app. We also plan to expand to Southeast Asia, starting with Singapore between 2023 and 2025. So at Secret Skin, lastly, we're committed to raising the awareness of women's health in the region through the narrative of clean beauty and not forgetting mindful consumption.
Thank you, Anisha. Judges, do you have any questions?
I'd like to go first. Well done, excellent pitch. Ticked loads of my boxes. I also know this space quite well, though very competitive. Obviously, your journey that you've actually been on has been, you've made significant progress. So that's what I was very wowed by. I also know it's a very huge business out in the GCC area as well. And I know some of the major brands out there. And indeed, when I've been there, I've seen their big billboards. I think going to Singapore, Hong Kong, that region, and even Australia is a great for you on your journey. And I really like what really resonated with me and captured me in the beginning is you came in with your story. And when you pitch, it is about your story and you as the founder. And when you went into the cancer as well, I know from my mother, a cancer survivor, having been on this journey to source those products. And that's why also it resonated. So well done. Excellent pitch.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Excellent pitch, Anisha. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ashish.
Great journey and very inspiring. I read some things about you, and it's a great project. So I would like to think more on this. So please send
I'm
me
happy to connect with you offline, send you a more comprehensive deck, and then go through the traction we've had so far.
And I think the marketing plan I would like to know more about the marketing plan, because I think it will play a big impact on the business.
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you.
Judges, some great feedback, more feedback than questions, but we'll go with that. Next up is Good Piggy. Perva, can I please ask you to share your screen? Fantastic, over to you. You may be muted. You are in fact muted.
All right, I think I'm sorry. Just saying it's a pleasure to be in the pitching arena as a finalist today with credible startups globally. Kudos to the Women in Tech Global Forum. I'm Purva, here presenting Good Piggy, a startup which is soon closing its pre-seed stage round, collecting 125,000 US dollars and has a predicted 2 million USD valuation in the seed round. My background is in private equity advisory based in London. Business development specialist with international organizations. I'm also selected as the top impact entrepreneur in an invite-only program for 30 young people with the Kairos Society Europe. So one day I wanted to teach my nephew, who is an iPad and Amazon lover, some lessons about money values. So I gifted him a piggy bank. He went around the dinner party asking elders for coins to put inside the piggy. With credit cards, e-wallets in our pockets and our phones, he found no coins. So this is when I realized that the traditional piggy bank we grew up with is redundant as a tool or as a gift, and came to the world a new age piggy bank called Good Piggy. It's an ed fintech solution, intersection of two very hot sectors, edtech and fintech, as it is a behavioral rewards platform for families and parents, doubling up as an investment channel to raise good kids. It is all about securing your child's financial future by rewarding good life skills and putting micro activities that build good behavior. We help close gap where, according to University of Cambridge, money habits are set by the age of 7, and 2/3 parents find money talk burdening for the child. So we are hand-holding families and kids, especially in an environment where people have increasingly tech-driven life and digital spending, e-banking, and rise of invisible money. We believe that kids need to develop hand-holding with science when it comes to some habits, life habits that promote good behaviors and financial familiarity, which is often underestimated and ignored by parents in a rushed and complex life. So equipping this 21st century parenting and new parenting method, Good Piggy is a money management tool and an ecosystem which is easy, engaging, and transformational. The parents subscribe to the ecosystem. They create and select some tasks that they would like the kid to adopt as part of good life skills and behaviors. Later, they reward the child based on these micro activities. The money earned by the child can be saved, invested, or spent on pre-approved parent spending areas, or on investment products integrated on the platform by both parents and kids together in an assisted manner. So aiming the goal of promoting overall long-term financial familiarity, discipline, and well-being, it kind of builds on cognitive, behavioral, and life skill development for kids. So Good Piggy is the first to tap into an unaddressed target market of 4 to 10 age group, as it is designed based on scientific study that supports an early start. Interesting fact that this is the age group when majority of the parents make life securing investments for their child's life. And that's where you guessed it right. Other than parents and kids, investment companies are a target audience as well. Selecting target markets statistically, India followed by Indonesia are countries where we would have the most number of young kids in the history of mankind today. So after going through our competitors in these South Asian markets, these are the needs and targets, our target audience feel that they are unmet with a product like ours. So there is no financial skill builder in the market that has a pre-approved spending option, parent controls, transparent dashboard, some sort of pre-programmed behaviors that enhance micro activities. And moreover, for the investment companies, no product or there's no channel where they can position themselves as a learning tool that promotes holistic life skill development and a place or a product for the new generation. Our USP is in our design model that innovates and disrupts this market as an ed fintech solution. Our market entry is very, very relatable as we are a digital piggy bank with a retailer positioning. We are a D2C approach with an LTV CAC ratio of 6.7 as tested by our venture builders who have invested around 90 lakh rupees for tech development with credible angels backing their stake, such as JP Morgan, TechCrunch, Product Head, etc., subscribing to their convertible note. We also have a very strong advisory board coming from companies like Thomson Reuters, BDO, Pangea 3, Exansa, Global Logic, covering pillars such as corporate strategy, cybersecurity, information security, stat compliance, investor relations. Apart from this, we have great libraries and resources that and tools that help us bring an advance and a futuristic product to life. This includes inputs that we receive from EVOR Kairos program, shared with an invite-only access for young entrepreneurs who want to change the world. Everyone is very bullish about this sector. The payments and wallet space.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop you there.
All right, I'm going to just finish up saying that our milestone is to deliver a full product mock-up. We are looking for around 75 to 125K investment for deep R&D and initial CAC cost. With this, I think I'm open to any questions.
Super, thank you.
Purva, I just want to ask you, how do you plan on creating awareness about your products and services?
That's a great question, Majid. We already have a lot of pre-product strategies that have been designed for the product, which includes some content properties which are being made, designed using Google Alerts. So they're actually tracking daily trends, news, etc., what is happening in this space, and kind of building awareness based on those trends on a daily basis. Other than that, the product design itself has a viability feature. As parents, I think you will agree that we love showing progress and showing how great we are in parenting and neo-parenting. Kids love putting up diaries where they're performing or they're telling about their life. So this adds on to automatically, as a product design, adds on to awareness about the product. And in terms of the pre-product content properties that we have built up, we have Instagram, we have a website. We're actually working on a hybrid book set, which gives this sort of investor awareness for the parent, so they can actually scan the back of the book, enter into a totally science space to understand what kind of parenting is for the 21st century new kids who love Amazon, who love a touch, spending and investing. And I think we will all agree, if you have seen kids around us, that they're really different from how we were when it came to our financial habits. It's not me saying it, but World Bank says it, that financial literacy is going down. So there needs to be efforts where we bring it back, being very acceptable about the entire digital money, invisible money space, which is set by fintech and banking and digital banking. So that sort of environment handholding is what we want to do for the new generation.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Purva.
Thank you, Purva.
Thank you. Next up, we have Umore with Maria. Umore is an AI-powered well-being tracker that helps users better understand their stress and anxiety. With the use of psychobiometric data, users can self-monitor, identify patterns, get affordable interventions, and if they choose, they can share their progress with friends, family, and physicians.
Hi, can you see my screen? Is it coming up?
We can.
Okay, great. So, hello everyone, I'm Maria, co-founder and CEO of Umore, and we're positioned to become the leading mental health care platform for working professionals to measure stress, to track stress, and treat burnout and anxiety. It cannot be argued that the coronavirus is having a profound impact on people's mental health. Increasing unemployment, isolated families, and limited access to healthcare form risk factors for anxiety, depression, and even self-harm. In the UAE alone, there's less than one psychologist per 100,000 population, making mental health care not only scarce, but with an average cost of 800 dirhams per session, prohibitively expensive. I want to introduce you to Zara. Zara is 28 years old, working for a Dubai tech company, and she has a grueling schedule, hard deadlines. Zara is worried she's burning out. Like many young professionals, she feels overwhelmed, but has limited access to resources. Zara wants help now in a non-judgmental, safe, and private way that is tailored and customized to her needs. I want to introduce you to Umore, where we're combining psychological expertise with artificial intelligence to build an accessible mental health care platform. So you ask, how does it work? Our goal is to help people with stress, burnout, and anxiety, and we do this by first screening them. With our proprietary score, we give them a number that they can track and see how this changes over time. Furthermore, we give them insights and targeted exercises to be able to uplift their score. Think Fitbit, but for your mind. So why now? The WHO estimates that there are nearly 800 million individuals living with mental distress. However, it's estimated that just shy of over 500 million do not have adequate access to care. So you're going to tell me, Maria, this is a crowded space. How can you compete? Yes, it is true. Health and fitness, in the health and fitness space, Calm holds they're the leaders, but they're subclinical. And their offering is limited to sleep therapies and meditation. We've actually positioned ourselves strategically in the screening space, pre-diagnostics with digitized therapies. We're building a rocket. We're going to the moon. We've launched our alpha in November, and as of today, we've got over 2,500 users. And in the UAE, we've reached the top 100 free apps in the health and fitness and the Google Play Store. We've only launched on Android. How do we make money? UMOR will initially target the B2C market because we need users to help build our AI, and we'll have 3 subscription models. As we work out on our consumer market, we do have already a pilot in play with a unicorn out of San Francisco. And our goal is to close 1 B2B customer at the end of the year because that will secure us some solid MRR. So we're starting on consumers, but our goal is to live in the B2B market. Who are we as a team? And why are we doing this? We actually came together when COVID broke out to build UMOR. We wanted to build a tool for individuals living in isolation, and we wanted to apply our skills how we could best help people. Because we as founders are passionate about building products that have the potential to change the way we live for the better. We're well-rounded with lots of expertise. I was head of growth for Kareem. I was the growth lead for Leo Pharma's Innovation Lab, which we were funded with 75 million euros. I've worked for the Lego Group doing brand digital. My CTO, he's ex-Microsoft, and he has already exited his previous startup, which last month they reached 1 billion transactions. Our head of product, Carl, he's worked on wearables for Sony. He is a lead UXer at ARM, so that's a vision fund company. And finally, our CSO, Alejandro, is a TEDx speaker on the democratization of mental health care and its use of language. We're raising our pre-seed round. We've already got $120,000 committed. We are just missing out the last 180, which we'd like to close next month. Thank you for your time. And remember, everyone has the right to a healthy mind.
Super. Thank you very much, Maria. Judges, do you have any questions?
No, I just thought it was a great pitch, very professional. I've actually raised on a similar type of that, German, because I noticed you had some stats in there from a German psychologist.
Which stats?
I think you mentioned in the going up in the beginning. It's just the one that I raised with 2019. She actually, the founder, was on my Accelerate program, so she's now taking it out to WIT. She's on the WIT Accelerate program and doing very well. So, excuse me. I thought it was very good. But is this the market for the UAE, or is this where you're starting to raise for?
Yes, so we initially were launching it in the UAE because it's a highly underserviced market, and you have a very big expat community which are highly isolated and do have limited access to care, but we will be then quickly leapfrogging back into Europe.
Okay, I think you're going to need a little bit more than, what is it you want, 280,000?
So this is just our pre-seed. We will be doing a seed round in September at 1 million.
Yeah, based on others that I've worked with, you will need a lot more.
No, we know that. This is just to finish off our pilot and accelerate the product to be able to do a more solid. So this is a pre-seed. It's to be able to hold a better.
Great pitch. Interesting. Thank you.
Of course.
Great pitch, Maria. Please send me more details on it.
Of course.
I will go through it. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Next up, we have Ask Lily with Tali. So if I could ask you to share your screen, please. Ask Lily is an AI styling system that seamlessly integrates into e-commerce websites, providing each shopper with his own optimal digital assortment and the marketing team with actionable insights that improve customer experiences. Ali, over to you.
Hey everyone, very excited to be here and happy to meet you all. I'm Tali, founder and CEO of Ask Lily. I started Ask Lily because of my own frustration. It took me hours to look for clothes online. So I spent the last 3 years working closely with leading brands and speaking with online shoppers just to learn about the challenge and how we can innovate and help people buy clothes online using advanced technology. So one of the biggest challenges of e-commerce, and today with the COVID and the change to digitalization and the change in consumer behavior is becoming even stronger than ever, is the need to create personal experience. Something in the online shopping, some of the experience in online shopping disappear as shoppers need to sort to find them, don't know what will fit them. And retailers need to know very fast who is the customer that just entered the online store, what is he looking for, what are his intention and motivation. And we know how to do it with our AI styling system. So we built an holistic system that is based on 3 different models: the auto tagging, the quiz, and the styling system. And I will go a little deeper on each one of them. So in order to easily connect to every online store in the world, through the API, data feed, or XML, we pull the inventory to our back office system, and we use image recognition and data science in order to extract which product attribute from every clothing article. For example, we will analyze the sleeve length, the neckline, and we do this in 2 levels. We have the basic level of the color, fit, fabric, length, and the second level of like style and occasion, and this has been changing from brand to brand, and it's fully automatic. And the second part is the fun part. We use the interactive flow to learn more about the shopper. We will ask about his body proportion, part of the body like to reveal or to cover personal style. For example, women that have a broader shoulder. So the algorithm will recommend more V-neck instead of turtleneck. And here you can see the magic. Our AI styling system enables you to see exactly what you're looking for. Each shopper gets personal selection. Our algorithm scans all the catalog just to find the right perfect match. If I can compare this to an offline experience, it's like being in a store and someone just take you by your hand and show you this, this, and this will look amazing on you. You try it, you love it, you buy it, and you're coming back. That's simple, but online. So the implementation is very fast, is simple. All the work done on our hand, we know to easily connect to the catalog, pull the inventory, let our algorithm and AI analyze all the catalog. We will redesign the flow that you just saw to be aligned with the look and feel of each website, the same color, logo, fonts. And the brands will only need to implement like 1 line of code for the system to run and operate with his website. Here you can see some numbers, so you can see how high are the numbers. We see increase in all the major KPI like engagement, satisfaction, and conversion. So I'm well aware that there are a few solutions for personalization, especially in the fashion industry, like recommendation engine and fashion hub. But we're doing something different. We built an holistic solution. We're looking on both retailer and shopper needs, and we built this full solution. Our business model is SaaS, subscription-based. Retailers pay monthly fee. So about where are we in this amazing journey. So this is a very exciting time for us. We just relaunched with a new product and we're facing amazing traction. We get meeting requests from leading brands from all around the world. We started the process with Express, Desigual, and Benetton, and of course we have a customer here in Israel. And this is the team. I'm lucky and blessed to have this team with me. Micha is our CTO, has a unique experience in both software development and the fashion industry. Nofar studied fashion in Paris for 10 years, worked with the leading designer, and Idan is our computer vision engineer. And of course, we have an executive board of people from the industry that help us. So thank you.
Thank you, Tali. Judges, do you have any questions?
Amazing pitch, Tali. I just wanted to know, how do you intend to expand throughout the GCC market?
Extend where?
How do you intend to expand throughout the GCC market?
Sure. So
the Gulf market, basically.
So I myself have a huge experience in B2B sales. Our strategy is to collaborate with the digital agency that already know the brands and working with them, and to partnership with the digital agency. Of course, we have like a direct with the fashion brand that we're working with, and salesperson when we raise money.
Very nice, thank you.
Nice pitch, Anisha. Please send me more details. I'll look through it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judges, any other questions? We've probably got time for one more question, short one. Okay, Tali, thank you very much. Next up, we have Vust with Victoria. If you could share your screen, please, Victoria. Vust is a design tool helping users who have no design experience to create professionally designed ads of any kind from scratch. Over to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria. I'm the founder of Vust, and I would like to start with a short video. Okay, just I'm sharing my screen. So I'm the founder of Vust, a no-code design and automation tool for advertisers. We are living in the accelerating digital world, and we are facing a growing demand for digital content. This is on one hand. On the other hand, digitalization has already interfered in many different aspects of our lives, while some areas are still lacking of automation. For instance, brands collected a lot of data about their customers and prospects, and ideally, they would love to talk to their customers personally, and they're not able to do this. This is because the banners and video production is still manual. It's time-consuming and money-intensive. And that's why at Vust, we are addressing this problem. So we are building a solution where a designer can easily build a banner from scratch in minutes, where professional teams can easily communicate inside and outside, and where marketers can scale infinitely. So the idea is to bring full automation to routine tasks, such as, for instance, deliver many different sizes from a master banner with a single click, or create unlimited amount of variations from a master banner. For instance, if you have an e-com, or to eliminate a bottleneck which is related to communication, providing team access. There are different kinds of solutions which are available these days for advertisers, but they are either addressing very niche tasks or they're very complex and expensive, and they require a certain level of automation, experience qualification. We have a very simple model, which is monthly or yearly subscription. And we do like the new trend of product-led growth, where SaaS solutions, they usually provide quite a big flexibility, a lot of free features for private use, and they charge professional teams for each team member. The market is actually big. So eMarketer said that the global ad spend reached $330 billion back in 2019, where production is roughly 10% of media split. And they're expecting that global ad spend will reach $570 billion in 2023. We launched our solution early last year, so like 10 months ago. We are enjoying 8.3 average weekly organic growth. We have 17% retention rate, and by the January 2021, we already exceeded 3,000 registrations on the platform from 41 countries. We are currently piloting our solution with 17 big brands such as HP, Panasonic, Dentsu, OMD, and others. And our goal for this year is to reach $1 million in annual recurring revenue. Myself, I have a background, I have a master's degree in physics and applied mathematics. I used to be an investor banker for 10 years, and I used to manage a portfolio of derivatives with the asset value 100 million euros. And I'm deeply involved into digital marketing for the 5 years, starting from 2015. My CTO has master's degree in engineering, and he's a full stack developer, and he's a winner of numerous hackathons. We are bringing scale and data to creativity. Thank you.
Super, thank you, Victoria. Judges, do you have any questions?
Well done, Victoria. It was a great pitch. Are you based in New York?
Yeah, I spent 2 years in New York, and I'm currently moving to Paris because I got invited to Station F.
I see. So where are you going to take this for your market? Will it be Europe first?
Currently, we have 17 pilots with B2B companies, and some of them are based out of the United States, like HP, like Colgate, like Wella, and we are also piloted with headquarters of Havas in Paris, and we've just started with Dentsu in Japan. We got viral in Japan somehow.
Congratulations. Well done on your journey so far. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
Yes, Victoria, I also want to know, what are your achievements and milestones?
Okay, so our major, I would say our major achievement that we got viral with our early adopters in 2020, since we didn't have any funds for marketing, so we've just did it organically through word of the mouth. And our major milestones for this year is to bring big brands to become our clients, and first of all, and then accelerate our developments in terms of delivering on different features and like growing our brand awareness.
Super.
Nice pitch, Victoria. So I love to study.
Thank you, Victoria. If you wouldn't mind cancelling
sure.
the screen share, the last finalist to pitch tonight will be BlockPesa with Diva. BlockPesa is a blockchain-based fintech startup specifically designed to meet the financial needs of small and medium enterprises by providing a credit card, a digital bank account, and a mobile banking app. Over to you. Diva, I think you may be on mute.
I think so. I am sorry for that. So I'm going to start again maybe. So I am Diva Chorial from BlockPaisa, where we aim to provide interest-free lending to small and medium enterprises. So the second biggest challenge for SMEs is access to credit. And the reason for them to avoid banks or other crowdfunding platform is high collateral requirements by the bank, high interest rates, and also sometimes lack of digital skills or language barriers, say for immigrant small businesses here in Canada. So globally, if we look, there are 90% of all businesses are small and medium enterprises. So and 60 to 70% of employment opportunities are created by those SMEs. So that's a big number. But 40% or around 65 million of those SMEs have an unmet financial need of $5.2 trillion each year. And that's again a really big number. But our target market is in Canada. In Canada, there are about 1.2 million SMEs. And through our customer discovery phase, we found out that 80% of them have an unmet financial need. So our focus will be on around 1 million SMEs in Canada to start with. So what is our solution? It consists of collateral-free or no collaterals, zero fees and zero interest lending to small and medium enterprises. And we will provide that through a credit card, a digital business bank account, and a mobile banking app. Everything completely free to SMEs. So how do you make money if it's everything free for them? Our main important one is the partner discount. And that's the disruption we're going to be bringing in the financial industry. Say we go to Walmart for a 5% discount to our credit card users in exchange for 1,000 clients that will shop at Walmart. Of that 5%, 3% will be going to clients as cashback to motivate them to pay their loan back on time, and 2% will be going to BlockPaisa as revenue. We also have interchange fees of 1.5% per transaction. Similarly, we'll be providing accounting and taxation services using blockchain. Yet another interesting point here is that data mining, where the clients will have the option to share their financial behavior data with service provider in exchange for more cashback. So our financial projection is based on the 1.5% interchange fee and the 5% partner discount. So for BlockPaisa, it will be a total of 3.5%, and for our clients, it will be 3%. Say in year 5, we have 1 million clients and 1 million in annual transaction for each client. There will be 30 billion clients cashback pool, and then the revenue for BlockPaisa will be 35 billion. So those numbers seem really crazy, but through our calculation, they actually make sense. So this a big pool of 30 billion cashback for the clients. We'll be using that as a risk management tool. So what we will do, we'll motivate them by giving them extra cashbacks to pay their loans on time. So traditional approach is to punish for dishonesty if they can't pay their loan on time with high interest rates. We wanted to reverse that entire process, and we wanted to reward our clients with 5 to 15% cashback if they pay their loan on time. Some other measures we might be taking is, so we start with smart credit limits, say, and then with 1K, and then we increase to 25K. Similarly, with good financial behavior, we can give them from 30 days grace period up to 60 days. And then they also can have the option to earn double the cashbacks. Now, going to the customer acquisition channels, that will be through direct marketing, conferences and events. Also, we have an existing client base of early 200 signups. So we'll be starting with them. Our banking partner is People Trust in Canada. Payment processor is Visa. And for the KYC and ML process, we'll be outsourcing that from KYC Chain, which is a third-party software solution. And the same goes for the PSI DSS compliance. To date, we have 200 early signups. We have raised up to 45K, and we have office space and mentorship from University of Toronto Entrepreneurship, and we have won first place prizes at certain hackathons. In fall 2020, we started our customer discovery phase. In spring 2021, our app will be available on the App Store for beta testing. It will be raising our angel round as well, and we're hoping that by fall 2024, we will be profitable. Our main competitive advantage here is the zero interest that hasn't been tried. All of those other banks, they give within grace period, there is no interest, but after grace period, there is interest. But for us, there is no interest whatsoever. On the top of that, we give them extra cash back to motivate them to pay their loan on time. We have a strong team that have 15 plus years of experience in financial risk management, in software and computer science, in strategic partnership, and also in investment and trading. So we are raising 500K USD in angel round, a safe note, of which 60% will be going towards software development, and then 5% towards third-party technology and software. Customer acquisition will cost around 5% of that 5K, and employees will be 30K. Thank you for your time.
Super, just on time. Judges, do you have any questions?
Yes, hello.
Hi,
Oh, sorry.
please continue, please continue.
Diva, I sent it to Jessica in my team because you kindly shared your pitch deck, and I'm not an expert in this field, but we have someone on my team as. So I have 2 questions that she's just sent me. It is a Canadian angle, but she is questioning how would this work globally due to the risk issues?
So initially for our pilot phase, although we are starting with the Canadian market, but I would say from what I value and what I wanted to do, that will be emerging market for sure. So I belong to Afghanistan, and then we are running our customer discovery phase right now parallel to Canada as well. So our next market will be going towards Afghanistan. So I mean, that's the process that we learn to have the different markets, emerging market, and then developed markets such as Canadian, how they work in parallel. And then it will help us to mitigate any risk that might arise along the way.
Okay, thanks, Diva. Rather than take up, I'm going to share those questions that my team member has for you. Okay, thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
So Diva, I think, you know, because the big players here in this field have a huge marketing budget. And, you know, this marketing budget is going to take away your profitability. It's going to bring it down drastically. So how do you plan? And then collection part is so important because, you know, in this business, there is a lot of bad debts and it's possible. And you have to manage those collection part. Your policy and model for collection has to be very strong.
Exactly. I mean, so one is a fintech, another kind of we will be dealing with the money of the people, and we are kind of going towards, I would say, a disruptive part of removing interest altogether, and then going with even giving them extra cashbacks, right? So there would be a huge amount that we would allocate toward the marketing and customer acquisition. And then if you look into our financial projection, giving the 5% partner discount that we have, and also the interchange fee, we will be making, I would say, a good amount of revenue to be able to allocate a good amount also toward the marketing. I mean, that definitely is going to be a concern for us, but we will work it out through.
Super.
Thank you. Thank you, Diva.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Finalists and judges, that concludes our session for this evening. Thank you all very much for your time. Thank you, judges in particular, for your time. As we mentioned at the beginning of the session, the judges will now go away and deliberate, and they will get back to you by email within the next 48 hours with the results. I believe all contact information will be shared in both directions, so if there are any questions or any follow-ups that you would like to make, you can do so. I think everybody still remains on the WhatsApp group for follow-on comms. Thank you, you did brilliantly. Very, very diverse set of pitches. Wonderful to see so many pitching styles. Yeah, really fabulous evening. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, great job.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Enjoy your
Tony.
day,
Thank you.
evening.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.